Greetings, car fanatics. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Milwaukee M12 fuel impact driver. I'm going to be comparing it to my 20 volt Black & Decker cordless drill and also this 24 volt Goodyear impact driver. Let's go ahead and take a look at the specs of the Milwaukee before we then jump in and do some testing. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these products, take a look at the description below. Alright, so to start, the Milwaukee M12 driver is a 1/4 inch driver, so it works by allowing you to put different 1/4 inch bits in there. So for this particular one, I have this 1/4 inch shank that goes into a 1/2 inch driver. So this is going to allow you to attach 1/2 inch sockets. Then I have some other adapters here, but this will allow me to use a 3/8 socket. This right here will allow me to use a 1/4 inch socket. And of course you can use different screwdriver bits and just simply plug it into the front. It works really quickly. You just pull that up and you can pull it out. And then you take your new bit and then you just stick it in. Now this is not just good at loosening and tightening bolts and different things like that. It's also good at driving screws, which I'll show you later in the video. So let's take a look at some of the specs. This is a really powerful and small 12-inch impact driver. And then weight-wise, of course, this is the lightest of the bunch. This right here is probably a good 6 pounds. This right here is about 3 pounds with the battery. And then the drill is probably around 4 pounds. So as you can see, the Milwaukee M12 driver is really small and it's going to be convenient to use. But the second big advantage of it is that it's also really powerful. This can go up to 1,300 inch-pounds of torque, which translates roughly into about 108 foot-pounds of torque. The Goodyear is rated at 200 foot-pounds of torque, but we'll actually put that to a test by trying to remove some lug nuts later, and let's see if this actually can do what it says to do. Additionally, it has some pretty cool settings on it. You can pick from several different speeds. So the first speed right here allows it to rotate from anywhere between 0 and 1,300 RPM. The second one will allow you to go up to 2,400 RPM. And then the third allows you to go up to 3,300 RPMs. So this thing spins really fast. Check it out. That is insanely fast. Let's go ahead and see how good this is in terms of torque and if it can do the kind of bigger tasks when it comes to working on your car. Alright, so the first test we're going to be doing with the Milwaukee M12 driver is a torque test. I'm going to torque this wheel lug to 96 foot-pound, which is the recommended specification on my 911, and then we're going to see if we can remove this. So we got the Milwaukee M12 driver. Again, this is only a 12 volt impact driver. Let's go ahead and try to remove this and see if we can validate or debunk Milwaukee's claim. Oh, and will you look at that? It removed the lug nut that was torqued to 96 foot-pounds, and that was so easy for the tool. I don't want to go any higher in terms of torque on my wheel because it is only rated at 96 foot-pounds and I don't want to damage anything, but this is getting pretty close to the claim of 108 foot-pounds. That's really impressive. Let's go ahead and put this back on and see what my 24 volt Goodyear impact driver can do. Alright, so as you can see, it has also no problem removing that lug nut. However, this right here is like doing a curl each time. It's, about 6 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. This thing's super heavy, really bulky, and not very convenient at all. So I'm going to start by drilling in this screw using my normal drill, just to get a sense of what a normal drill is like versus the impact driver. It does a fine job. It does a pretty good job here and no real complaints. Now trying the impact driver, I find it's a little bit easier to drive the screw in. It doesn't feel like it ever loses torque. It has way more power than needed to drive these screws in, and it just does it with ease. Alright, so let's try the screw mode and see what it's like. So when you hold down the trigger, it spins slowly and then it stops, it pauses, and I think it's really meant for like sheet metal and stuff like that, and it's kind of odd for drilling in screws on the wood here, so I would recommend sticking with other settings. Alright, car fanatics, well there you have it. This was just a quick review of the Milwaukee M12 1/4-inch impact driver. I think overall this is a really good tool. It's super easy to handle because it's so lightweight and small. It's extremely versatile because it has so much torque for such a compact tool, and it's awesome that you can share batteries with different Milwaukee products. Overall, I really like this tool. It's good at driving in screws. I think it's actually easier to control when driving in screws and does a much better job than a typical drill. I don't really have any issues with stripping out the heads of the screws or anything like that. This is just a fantastic tool. And I bought this used on eBay for $72 shipped, but I think if you buy it brand new on Amazon, it's something around $110 just for the tool only. The battery itself you can purchase, I believe this battery is about 60 bucks, and if you buy the charger, it's like another 30 or 40 bucks. However, I bought this battery that came with another battery and a charger on eBay, and that was about 60 bucks used. So you can find some pretty good deals on eBay. Well, there you have it, car fanatics. If you're interested in purchasing this tool, take a look at the description below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave me comments or questions below.